Can you get addicted to tanning? Tanning addiction is actually quite common, and the mechanism behind it is extremely interesting. It's estimated approximately 4% of the population fits the criteria for tanning addiction. With that being said, about 1/3 of indoor tanners also meets this criteria, demonstrating that when you begin to indoor tan, your susceptibility to tanning addiction and over tanning increases drastically. In the skin, we have two main cell types, keratinocytes and melanocytes. Melanocytes produce the pigment melanin that makes us tanner. People who are naturally darker have a darker pigmentation of melanin. Interestingly, they typically have the same amount of melanin, but the type of melanin that they produce is a different color. When we are exposed to UV radiation, either through tanning or through sun exposure, UV radiation damages our DNA, which causes a small protein to bind to our DNA and produce a large molecule called POMC, which also stands for pro-opiomelanocortin. This POMC is then chopped into what's called alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone, which then travels to our melanocytes and through a series of steps increases the production of melanin. This melanin is then released into keratinocytes and surrounds the nucleus and acts kind of like an umbrella, preventing UV radiation from damaging the DNA in the future. With that being said, remember the process where POMC is chopped into alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone. During this process, we also release what's called beta endorphin. In essence, this big long molecule is chopped up into both alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone, which increases the production of melanin, therefore increasing our tan, and the production of beta endorphin. Endorphins may be a word that you're familiar with. This is the molecule that causes the runner's high, and it has an analgesic, meaning pain-reducing effect, and endorphins within the brain make us feel extremely good. Things that we enjoy doing also release endorphins. These endorphins make the process of tanning feel pleasurable, and we'll remember it positively in the future and be more likely to come back to it, causing the cycle of tanning over and over until we meet the criteria of tanning addiction. This does demonstrate the possible psychological effects of indoor tanning, but it does also demonstrate that if we get out in the sun, it can increase our mood and help fight off things like seasonal or year-round depression. And if you really think about it, getting out in the sunlight on a walk might be a great idea for a first date, because you'll remember it fairly positively. If you want to learn more about how you can take control of your health through nutrition and lifestyle interventions, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.